Alright, for shape 10, we're going to go ahead and start off with a three-dimensional cube. So I'm going to start with my bottom measurements, which are 40 by 80. And I'm going to go ahead and extrude this 50 inches. And click OK. Now, one thing with this shape that's very easy to confuse is which way is 50 and which way is 40 inches, because they are very close. Okay, and if you do it incorrectly, not everything's going to work out. So the first thing I want to do is I need to spin my cube so that I'm looking at the length, the 80-inch, the long way. Then I need to double check and make sure that the height right now, or the left hand side, is 50 inches. So in order to do that, I'm going to go back to sketch, and I'm going to start a 2D sketch on the front surface here. Before I get too far, I want to go to my dimension tool, click on the left hand side, and just ensure that this is the 50-inch side, which it is not. This is the 40-inch side. So I need to I'm going to finish this sketch. I don't want to draw on this side. And I'm going to kind of rotate my cube so that I am now working on the 50-inch side. Okay, so again, you're going to start a sketch on this surface, grab your dimension, and just ensure that this is the 50-inch side, which it is. So this is the face that I want to be working on. So I'm going to grab my line tool and I'm going to draw some reference points. I'm going to come in 12 inches along the top, and I am going to go to the bottom left corner and I'm going to come in towards the middle 12 inches, and then I'm going to come straight up 12 inches. I'm going to grab my rectangle tool and I'm going to connect this point sliding diagonally up to that point. Go ahead and delete my reference lines that I was drawing. I want just the rectangle. And I'm going to take this rectangle and push it or extrude it backwards. So let's get this taken care of. Flip the direction. Okay. So there we go. I got that big chunk cut out. Next, I'm going to go to the left-hand side over here, and I'm going to work on cutting out that arc. So I'm going to want to start a sketch on the left-hand side. And using my line tool, I'm going to start in the upper right corner, and I'm going to come in across the top 20 inches to the center. Once I'm at the center, I need to locate the center point of the arc. So in order to do that, you have to take 50 and you're going to subtract 24, which will give you 26 inches. Then, if you notice, it says the diameter of the circle is 16, which would make the center, or the radius, 8. So I'm going to add 8, which would give me 34. So I'm going to come straight down 34 inches. Just to double check myself, if I start a line at the end of this one and slide all the way down, I should have 24. Oops. No, I'm sorry guys, I was looking at that backwards. Scratch that. You are going to want to click your line tool, and you're actually going to go across the bottom. I was looking at this upside down. You're going to click in the bottom right corner, slide in across the bottom 20 inches, and then you're going to go straight up 32. I was doing it upside down. So this 32-inch line, that is the center point of the arc. Okay, so I'm going to grab my circle tool, and I'm going to click and draw a circle right here. Again, it tells you that the diameter is 16 inches, so I'm going to do 16. And there's my circle. I can delete some of these reference lines I got in here. I can get rid of these. Okay, take your line tool, you're going to want to split this circle in half, and you're going to trim off the top part. Go ahead and delete your middle line. Now all you got to do is take the arc and connect it straight up to the top, and enclose it by drawing a line across the top. And we're going to go ahead and extrude this. Flip it. Okay. Alright, so there's that point. Now all that's left is I have to put in my two circles. I'm going to go over here to the right side wall, so I'm going to start a sketch. I'm actually going to spin and rotate to the outside. I'm going to be drawing on the outside of the side. So I'm going to start a sketch here. Grab your line tool, and you need to go across the bottom to the center, which again is 20, and then you are going to come straight up 32 inches. This will give you the center point of the circle. So grab your circle tool, and again it says that the diameter is 12. Now this that is popping up, this does sometimes happen. When I use my circle tool, you can kind of start to see the line or the arc showing through. This is the arc that we just created over on the other side. It's this line that kind of shows through and projects over to this side. Okay, so don't let that kind of throw you off. Start my circle, 12-inch diameter. Go ahead and delete your reference lines and your dimensions. And let's extrude this circle all the way through. Okay, and then last I'm going to put the circle in on the bottom. Same thing, instead of drawing on this interior surface, I'm actually going to take the shape and I'm going to rotate it so that I'm drawing directly on the bottom of it. So I'm going to start a sketch on the bottom, grab my line tool, and I'm going to come over towards the center. I'm going to slide over 40 inches this time, and then I'm going to come up to the center the other way, which would be 20, and that will give me the center point of the circle. And the diameter is 16 this time, so grab your circle tool, put in a 16-inch diameter circle. Go ahead and delete your reference lines and your dimensions. Okay, so on the bottom, right in the smack dab center is where I got my circle. Go ahead and extrude it. We want to push it up so that it's a hole. And there we go. That is shape 10. You are done. Congrats.